Oh, hi everyone, I'm back, and for today's stream I'll be making an origami box, maybe two of them depending on how time goes. I'll show you what the boxes look like. So I have boxes of various sizes. Okay, so I have this box here. Let me see, I'm not seeing the camera update yet. Wait a second. Okay, yeah, there it is. Okay, I had to wake up the camera. Okay, so I've got this box here, and then if I open it, this is what it looks like. And to give you an idea of how big this one is, this is a pencil. Okay, and then to make a box of this size, a sheet of paper, or 5 sheets of paper per side will work. So it's like, yeah, I glue 5 pieces of paper for each of these halves. So that's what I'll be working on for this first part. And then I usually use scrap paper as opposed to clean paper, but yeah, because I'm doing a stream, thought I'd make it look a little bit neater. So that's why I'm using blank pieces of paper. But I would be usually using scrap paper. Okay, so I am going to go ahead and get started. Oh yeah, and then other boxes. Oh yeah, let me show how some of the other boxes I've made that are bigger. Yeah, I realize it's, yeah, let me, just for showing the boxes, I'm gonna, it might help if I have a clear background. So yeah, got that box here. And then a little bit bigger is one of this size. And then for this one, yeah, I basically tape 2 of these pieces of paper together and then I like fold it. So it's like, it's like this wide. And then so on and so on. Okay, I'll show you some of the really big boxes that I've made. And then here's this one, it's a little bit bigger. Okay, and then this is the biggest size that I've made. I'm basically, yeah, for this one, yeah, I would, have like 3 pieces of paper together and then like another row after it. So it's like 6 per, per part. And then as the boxes get bigger, I add more and make them thicker also. I think I have like, yeah, I'm using like 48 pieces of paper for like each of these sides. And this box takes about 2 or 3 hours to make. But this little one here will be about maybe like 30 to 45 minutes or so. Okay, so for this first part, I'm going to make one this size, the smallest. Yeah, I think I got my camera flipped, but I'm going to leave it as is for now. I think it's fine. If it's disorienting, I can always flip it as we're going. Yeah, I'll go ahead and just leave this up here for now. Now I can see what I'm making. Yeah, this is, yeah, I'll leave it there for, or maybe, yeah. Okay. Okay, so I'm gonna start off by, yeah, folding from this corner. And then I want this one to match the edge here. And then I want it to be like that. And then I'm using scissors to line up against it. And then because I want the guidelines in, I'm going to do the same for the other side. Try to make it as square as I can get it. Oh, yeah, that would help. The other side. Trying to make it, yeah. Hopefully that won't affect it. Yeah, that's not gonna matter a whole lot. Yeah, so I got some nail polish smudged on it. That's fine. Because it's gonna be all covered up anyway. All right, yeah, I think that's good enough. So I'm gonna outline that, and then I'm gonna get rid of this. Cut this part off. And discard, set that aside. Okay, so I got one of the halves, and I'm gonna go ahead and prepare the other half. Yeah, and then do the same for the other side. Yeah, or if your nails are long enough, you could do that too. Just use your nails. Either one. And I'm going to cut this part off. And set that aside. Okay, so now I got these two halves. Yeah, and then yeah, this one's off edge. Okay, so yeah, I got my two halves here. Yeah, so not only do I usually use scrap paper for lining these boxes, I also use a scrap gift wrap as well, like that other people have given me for like Christmas or whatever. So yeah, I'm going to go ahead and use this one for the design. And then it's actually at this point, it's not going to matter too much about which side you use, but yeah, this one would be fine. Yeah, either side. Actually, I'm going to go ahead and move this. It's starting to get in the way. Okay. Yeah, and then when gluing this, yeah, be sure to pay extra attention to the corners because those tend to be the easiest to forget. And then if there's a certain design that you want to aim for, you place it accordingly, but I'm just going to place it wherever. I usually like to maximize the amount of gift wrap I have, so I'm just going to go as close to the edge. And then I'm going to go ahead and cut this out. Yeah, and then one advantage about using scrap paper is it's usually easier for me to see the edges. I'm having a little more difficulty with it, but okay, there we go. So I'm still cutting it. Oh yeah, and then when using scrap paper, okay, for this stage, I try to have a blank side touching the gift wrap because I don't want whatever's on the scrap paper to show through. And then if it's on the back, that's fine. There, okay, so I got this part, so I'm going to set that aside. And then I'm going to do the same thing for this other half here. Yeah, pay extra attention to the corners. That's like the easiest to forget. Okay, so that's what that half will look like this. So, yeah, I guess, yeah, aiming towards over here would be fine. So I'll do that. Oh yeah, and then one thing I didn't mention is that, yeah, these boxes don't have to be only for Christmas, although this one would be best for a Christmas gift. I mean, you can make boxes for other occasions like birthdays or Valentine's Day or Mother's Day, yeah, any occasion you would have for giving a gift to someone. Your Father's Day, yeah, that too. Okay, so now I'm gonna cut this out. Okay, so now I got my 2 halves. Set that aside also. And it's not going to matter too much about the lines because I'm going to end up folding them again at the folding stage anyway. Okay, so for this next part, I'm going to glue 4 pieces of paper to each half. Or I could do 5. 4 or 5, yeah, that'd be fine. But I gotta do it while it's wet because it'll be much easier to fold while the glue is still wet. Yeah, once it gets hard, it's gonna be very difficult to fold, so. Yeah, it's best to not be in a, yeah, once I start, it's better to keep going and finish as much as I can. Yeah, and if I get called away, depending on, yeah, if I get to like 4 piece paper, yeah, I'll probably just go with that. And okay, so I'm gonna go ahead and start gluing. Yeah, hopefully I won't lose count. Sometimes that does happen. Yeah, then pay attention to the corners. Yeah, then now that I'm starting the gluing process, it's a little easier to see the edge. So yeah, I'm just gonna. Sometimes what I would do, if I was by myself and not on a stream, I'd probably just keep gluing pieces until I get 4 and then just cut all around. But I'll just go a little slower this time. Yeah, doing it the other way might help with the count. Okay, so I could do that. Yeah, that'll help me with the count. Okay, and then I'm alternating between 2 of them because they're more likely to be the same amount of softness. That'll make it a little bit easier. I don't have to worry about one of them drying up on me. Okay, so now that's 1 for each side. I'm going to keep going. Yeah, I think I might have missed a little bit of corner. That's fine though. Yeah, because corner's not as big of a deal. Okay. Okay, that's two sides, or yeah, two per side. I'm gonna keep going. Okay, that's three. Yeah, I think one more will be fine. So yeah, I'll do one more per side, and then I'll start the folding. Okay, then yeah, just as a reminder that I'm done with that one. I'm gonna trim this real quick. Okay, so I got my 2 halves. Alright, I'm going to start folding. Okay. Drink some water real quick. Okay, now I'm going to start folding. Yes, yeah, set that one. Yeah, try to, fold diagonally for the 2 corners. And then try to get it as, it's a little harder now that I got all these papers glued together, so it's not always perfect, but trying to get as perfect as I can get it. And then I'm going to run through the scissors, get my guidelines set up. Yeah, guidelines will be very important at this point. I feel like it's wanting to slide on me a bit. Yeah, that does happen. Okay. Okay, and then I'm going to repeat for this side. Do the same thing. Get the center and then try to have it so the corners are meeting. And then, do the same thing for this side. Just kind of fold it. And then, of course, it's a little easier when I'm not trying to do a stream. Usually I'll just not really think about who's watching. And then, okay, so that, got it folded. And then I'm going to run through the scissors. Okay, so I got my guidelines in, and now I'm going to fold each corner to the center as, the best I can get it. Yeah, and then I might have to kind of, And then, of course, as I'm folding, I'm trying to line it up with the guide, like this with the guideline as well. And then the same for this part. And the same for this one. Okay, so now I got the 4 sides folded. I'm going to go by the scissors and, make the crease a little bit harder. Okay, so I got this part folded. I'm going to repeat with the other side. Leave that one there. Try to get the fold easier. You can do something like that. And then get my corners to meet up. Now, of course, the fold from when I was first preparing this slide is, I'm feeling that kind of caving in, so that's good. Yeah, that is a good sign. So it's kind of like, reinforcing itself. Okay, so I'm gonna meet the corners. Just kind of keep going, like that, and then run through the scissors. Yeah, of course, as you're doing it, you gotta be careful you don't do any cutting, just to help with the crease. Okay, so I got that, and then I'm going to repeat for this other side. Getting my guidelines in. Do the same thing for this part. Yeah, I'm not going to get that one. Yeah, sometimes that does happen where it's like not wanting to fold the way you want it to. Yeah, that does happen sometimes. I think I got it. Okay, and then I'm going to run through, reinforce the crease. Okay, so now I got my guidelines in. I'm going to repeat what I did with that one. I'm going to fold each of these corners to the center. And then repeat this one. That might not be perfect. I'll just go with it. Okay, so got these folded. I'm going to go ahead and line it with the scissors, reinforce the crease. And careful not to cut anything as I'm doing it. Okay, so now I got my two halves. Okay, for deciding which one is the top and which one's the bottom, I will pair these two together, and then whichever one happens to be slightly bigger, that's the one that I'm going to use as the top. Because you see, the bottom's a little bit smaller than the top. Unless if you were working with it and there was a one that whose top you like more than you. I mean, if it's not, do too bad. If they're still kind of similar size, you pick whatever you want. These are about this. Yeah, I actually did okay with it. I think I like this one a little bit more as the top, maybe. But this one's slightly bigger. Okay, this one will be my top, and this one will be the bottom. Okay, so I'm going to set that one aside. Okay, so for this next part, I'm going to fold these two together, bring these edges to the center. I have to do that. Okay, so I got these halves together. I'm going to go ahead and run along them with the scissors to reinforce the crease. Okay, so I got this there. Okay, and then I'm going to unfold it and then repeat for the other two sides. So I'm going to fold these towards the center. Yeah, and then repeat for the other side. Okay, so I got these folded. I'm going to go ahead and run these along with the scissors. Okay, and then I'm going to unfold it. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to fold these two all the way down. Okay, this part is the hardest to explain, but so yeah, the next part is I'm going to fold it like this. Yeah, and then I'm going to go along with the scissors and reinforce the crease. Okay, so, and then, now this part's going to be the hardest to explain. So, in order to get the box form, I'm going to get this corner to touch this one, and then this one to touch this one. So I'm like folding it like that. So that's what that part looks like. See, it is kind of hard to explain. Okay, and then I'm going to repeat for that other side. Yeah, this. I usually just end up doing it. Okay. Okay, so it should look like this. See, the box is starting to form. So, okay, so I got it like this. I'm then going to fold it all the way over. Okay, so now I got this edge. And I'm going to repeat for this side. Yeah, fold this, have these two parts touch and these two parts touch. So I got like that. And then I'm going to fold it over. Okay, so now I got the first half. And I'm going to reinforce it with the scissors. Okay, so I got this half. Okay, and then for this next part, I have to make sure that the lid will go on. So, I will usually try to line the creases up so get it center. And I find it to be the easiest to just kind of like fold it rather than trying to rely on measurements. Seemed like the few times I try to rely on the measuring it just doesn't line up anyway. Maybe because of the papers being several layers of paper. And then watch the corners especially. Sometimes it'll almost go on, but because of that corner, it doesn't quite fit. But so I gotta especially look out for the corner. Okay, and then, all right, so I'm gonna, so it's like this. Yeah, there's going to be a bit of a gap. I'm just trying to remember which way the box was. Yeah, it might be slightly off. That's fine. Yeah, and then I'm going to reinforce the crease with the scissors. Okay, so I got like that. And then I'm going to repeat for the other two sides. Yeah, especially watching for that corner. Okay. Okay, so got this folded. I'm going to go ahead and reinforce the crease with the scissors. Okay, got that reinforced. I'm going to go ahead and open it and then do the same thing that I did with that other side. Just pull it out. And then fold these two sides down. Okay, and then I'm going to go over it with the scissors. And then I'm going to go ahead and fold the next part where I'm going to have this side touch that side and this one touch this one. Okay, so I got it like that, and then I'm going to fold it over. Okay, so I got this half, and now I'm going to repeat for that other side. Yeah, this side touch it. Yeah. Okay, so I got this other half, and I'm going to see how it fits along with this other half. If I find that it's like a looser fit, I'm not going to do too much of the, emphasizing the crease. But if it's like tighter, then I will. Yeah, and of course okay, yeah, I'm going to need to reinforce it some. So. And then if I get the, if possible, I try to have it so like the thicker part will line up with the thinner part, but sometimes I don't always get that opportunity. Sometimes I just kind of have to, get the two halves together any way I can. Okay, so I got this box here. That's what it looks like. And then, if you wanted to, you could also line it with cardboard or or just leave it as is. So, all right, so I got this box here. Okay, so yeah, I'm going to go ahead and I'll go ahead and make a slightly larger box. I'll take a break for a few minutes. Okay, so yeah, I got this box here. I will be right back. Okay, I'm back, and I'm gonna go ahead and make a slightly larger box. So this is the one I just made. Gonna set that aside. Okay, and then it's gonna be this size that I'm gonna make. Comparison, there's a pencil. Have an idea of how big it is. Okay, and I'm gonna need tape for this one. Okay, so this one I'm going to use 2 sheets of paper, and I'm going to tape these 2 pieces together. And I'm going to cut this tape in half. Yeah, and then I have to make sure it lines up exactly as close as I can get it. Yeah, I'll go ahead and get the center. Yeah, it might help for later on. It's not going to matter too much about having to cover it. Yeah, that should do it. Okay, so it's not going to matter too much which side is having the gift wrap, but I usually like the tape part to have the gift wrap side, so I'm going to go ahead and make this a square. I'm going to make sure my corners line up. And then reinforce the crease with the scissors. Okay, got that in. And I'm going to repeat for the other side. Oh, yeah, that would help. Yeah. Try to get as close to the corners as I can. And then kind of reinforce the crease. And then I'm going to trim this excess off. So I got one of my halves, and as you can see, it's slightly bigger than the previous box that I was making. Yeah, I could actually just use that one. Yeah. Okay, so set that aside. Try to remember if it's going to actually be slightly smaller. No, I can't remember, but it's about that size. Okay, so yeah, I could go ahead and use the other half and tape that down. Okay, and then I'm going to guidelines in. Try to get as close to the corner as I can. Like that. And then I'm gonna go do the scissors. And then I'm gonna cut this excess off. And then I'm going to add in my guidelines for that side. Try to get as close to the corner as I can. And then same with this side. Okay, and then I'm going to go along the scissors. Okay, so yeah, I got this half, and I got this other half. Now I'm going to choose the gift wrap that I'll use for this one. Okay, yeah, so making sure. Okay, so I'm going to use this gift wrap for this box. Set that one aside. And if there's any part in particular, I'm going to try to use as much of this side so that, there's more folds on as it goes further to the right. So I'm going to go ahead and start gluing, and then aiming more, got to include the corners. Easy, forget about the corners. Okay, and then I'm going to try to go as close to the edge for this one. Okay, I'm going to cut this out. And then cut this part. Okay, so I got one of my halves. Now I'm going to repeat for the other half. And then I'm going to glue this to here. And then, yeah, pay extra attention to the corners. I'm going to cut this out. Set this aside. Set that aside. Okay. So I got this half. Okay, so I got my two halves. I'm going to go ahead and start lining them. And for this one, I think like 5 or 6 pieces of paper per, or 5 to 6 layers would be fine. Yeah, that's what I meant to say. Yeah, layers. And pay extra attention to the corners. Yeah, that might be a little off. Yeah, that's fine. And then I'm going to use that other piece from before. So, being as efficient as I can with the paper. Not supposed to have to trim this, but I'm going to. Okay. And then I'm going to trim this one. And then I'm going to repeat for this one. Pay extra attention to the corners. And then line it up as best I can. And then because I don't have the extra piece, I'm going to go ahead and take another one. Oh, yeah. And then, and as I'm lining them, I'm going to alternate between, okay, so like I use one full paper and then one piece of a paper from this one. I'm going to like alternate. So like when I glue it for this one, this one will have like the full paper, and then this one, you know, kind of keep going, so it's not like always the same spot that has the small piece. Okay, so all right, so that's a. I'm gonna cut this one out. Okay, so each half is equal and has one additional layer. All right, I'm going to keep going. Okay, so this one, yeah, yeah. So usually easier to see when I'm using scrap paper, because I could kind of see it, you know, who's coming together. Okay, so the two papers are here and here, so I'm going to use. Actually, I could do that too. But, I'll just use one full one. Cut this out. And then repeat for the other half, and then they'll be equal. Okay, so, oh yeah, here and here, so. Yeah, I'll go ahead and do it like that. Yeah, that's fine. Just as long as it's not like, yeah, the same again. Pay extra attention to the corners. Okay. And then I'm going to use that one piece from before and line it. Okay, so. Oh, hey, Johnny Bot, welcome in. Okay, and then I'm going to cut this piece off. Okay, so now each half has two pieces of paper. I'm going to keep going. Yeah, pay extra attention to the corners. Oh yeah, and then, okay, so, yeah, I'm going to alternate it. So the halves that are lining up are a little different, because I got like this one. And then I'm going to trim this piece off. And then repeat for the other half. Okay, so I got these two here. Pay extra attention to the corners. And then trim this half off. Okay, so now both halves have 3 layers. I'm going to keep going. Okay, so yeah. And then, yeah, paying extra attention to the corners. And then use the one piece from before. And then trim this piece off. Okay, and then repeat for the other side. Yeah, and then, yeah, I want it like that. Yeah, and then trim this off. And then I'm going to keep going. And then, yeah, paying extra attention to the corners. Okay, and then trim this off. Yeah, that. And then trim this off. Okay, and I think this will be thick enough for this box, so I'm going to go ahead and start folding. Okay, so I'm gonna, add in my guidelines. Fold it diagonally again. Having the corners meet each other. Yeah, actually I could set aside the paper at this point. Try to get it as perfect as I can get it. And then I'm going to go through the scissors and reinforce the crease. Set that aside too. And then I'm going to repeat with the other side. Get as close to the corner as I can get. Yeah, careful not to cut it with the scissors either. Okay, so got the guidelines in for this half. Gonna repeat with the other half. And then I'm going to reinforce the crease with the scissors. And then repeat for the other side. That might not be a perfect fit. That's okay. And then I'm going to reinforce the crease with the scissors. Okay, so I got my guidelines in. Now I'm going to fold each of these corners to the center. And then trying to line it up with the guidelines as much as I can. And then repeat for this side. this one. And this one. Okay, and then I'm going to reinforce the crease with the scissors. Okay, so I got this half. I'm going to repeat with the other half. I might be a little bit off. All right, and then I'm going to go ahead and reinforce the crease with the scissors. Okay, so I got my two halves. I'm going to compare which one I like more for the bottom versus the top. Okay. Yeah, I like this one more for the top and this one for the bottom since I like the slightly smaller piece to be I like the bottom piece to be the bottom and the bigger piece be the top. These might be about the same though. Which is good. Yeah, it's actually a good thing if they're... Yeah, okay, I'll make this one the top and this one the bottom. Okay, so I'm going to fold these sides to the center. Repeat for the other side. And now I'm going to reinforce the crease with the scissors. Yeah, be careful not to cut anything, of course. Okay, so I got these two. I'm going to open it and then repeat with the other two sides. And then reinforce with the scissors. Okay, so I've got that. I'm going to open it and then open this. And then I'm going to fold the sides down and then reinforce the crease that way. And then I'm gonna go through with the scissors again, reinforcing the crease. Okay, so I got this. I'm gonna turn it this way. Okay, yeah, this part's like the hardest to explain. I'm gonna try to, yeah, have this part touch this part, and then I'm gonna start folding it over so then the box will start forming. Okay, so I got like that for that side. Gonna repeat for this side. Yeah, having this part touch that part. So the box is starting to come together, and then I'm gonna, now I'm gonna fold it over. Okay, so I got this part, and now I'm gonna repeat for the other side. Yeah, this side, this part touching this part. Yeah, and then this part touching this part. Okay, and then the box is going to start coming together. Okay, so I got one half of this box, and I'm going to reinforce the crease with the scissors. So I've got the bottom half. Okay, now I'm gonna work on the other piece, the top half. Okay, so I'm gonna try to line up the guidelines as much as I can. And try not to move the camera too much. Okay. Not always easy to see, but okay. I think that's good enough. Okay, so yeah, and then when folding it, gotta especially watch for that corner. Sometimes that will snag the. Sometimes that can prevent the entire part from even fitting. So. That seemed kind of wide. I'm just gonna double check it. Yeah, I thought it seemed a bit wide. Okay. That's a bit. Okay, that ain't better. Okay, it might be a tad on the wide side, but I'll go with it. And then I'm going to reinforce the crease with the scissors. Okay, and then I'm going to, do the same with the other two sides. Watch, especially watch the corners. Yeah, okay, and then reinforce it with the crease with the scissors. pull this out and then fold the sides down. And then reinforce the crease. And then I'm going to fold, like have it so this part touches this part, so the box will start forming. And then repeat for the other side. It's possible this one might be a bit wide, but I'm going to go for it. Trying to make sure that the corners go down as much as I can. And then I'm going to fold it over. And now I'm going to repeat for that other side. You have this part touch this part. And then repeat with this one, have this one touch that one. And then I'm going to fold it over. Okay, so I got the other half formed. I'm going to see how it fits, and this will help me determine how much I'm going to reinforce that other crease or not. Okay, yeah, that's a bit wide, so I'm just going to leave it like that. So I got this other box here. See, it's about the same size, maybe a slightly larger, but yeah, it's about the same size as this other one. And that's what it looks like on the inside. Okay, so yeah, I think that will do it for me. I'm going to show the other box that I made earlier tonight. Yeah, I'll show it on the blank background. So these are the two boxes that I completed tonight. And with that said, oh, hey bonus creature, welcome in. And thanks for being here. Yeah, and thank you also for being here, Johnny Bot, and whoever else is lurking or watching this in a video later. Okay, so yeah, with that said, actually, let me see if I get an even wider background. Show more of it off. Okay. All right, so yeah, I'm gonna see who is on and find someone to raid. Yeah, thanks again for watching. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and raid Purple Bee TV. They have really high quality production quality.